Well, is it okay? I've been wondering to worry about the environment, to worry about environmental damage when there is a war going on, specifically about the environmental damage caused by the war itself. Why am I asking this? Well, I've seen, of course, in the media, in news, on YouTube, yeah, all of the massive environmental damage caused, for example, the Ukraine war, but not only all of those gigantic smoke plumes, landscapes which are completely devastated by the explosions. Yeah, not only humans, not only human casualties, of course. Also, obviously, animals. The habitat of animals is destroyed. Of plant life, in any case, human agriculture is all, of course, also right. But in light of all of the human casualties, is it okay to worry? Um, about the environment. It's not only the smoke, which is so visual, right, and quite impressive as a matter of fact, yeah, of buildings going up in flame and so on. All of this smoke and the pollution that's caused by that. Of course, it has also impact on humans. I'm not questioning that, right? But not only the smoke and the carbon dioxide being produced, but also, let's say, the batteries of those drones essentially contain certain elements, lithium and other metals that are basically harmful. Um, Things when they blow up, they are scattering around plastics. Plastic pieces, microplastics is an issue, difficult, if not impossible, to degrade. Also, let's say the glass fiber cables. This which is an issue in some areas. There is so much of these glass fiber cables from those glass fiber drones that this is already becoming an environmental issue. And in the light of all of that, yeah, which is documented, is it okay to worry about that? I mean, environmental organizations are now starting to mention this, so it is not a secret, or it's becoming less and less of a taboo, maybe. But at least for me personally, um, I feel it's sometimes a little bit uneasy to actually address these points as well. I mean, I've not only addressed it, but I mean, I see all of the big smoke plumes and say, "Oh my gosh, how bad for the environment." But then I catch myself and say, "Well, actually, I should not be worried about that. I should be more worried about the human casualties." And so that's a little bit the difficulty that I have here right now, and maybe I have a thinking mistake here. Is maybe I assume that the whole amount of, and we need to invent a term here, ethical energy that a person has. I don't know if this is a correct term. It's the total amount of energy that I have to invest in ethical problems and compassion. Maybe that, I don't know if that is limited, and if worrying about one thing automatically takes away from the other thing. Yeah. But no, we humans can be concerned about multiple things at the same time. So this is a little bit something that I want to, yeah, throw out there. Is in light of the bigger problem, which is definitely the human loss of life. Is it okay to worry about, and the quotation marks, smaller issues, like environmental damage? Now, I know that some might argue, well, of course, the environmental damage also will impact human health and well-being. I get that. But you see, I'm not even thinking so far when I look at all of the damage done by war. Yeah, I'm not thinking, well, this all of this smoke is actually gonna fall down with rain again and it's gonna pollute the water. I don't even think so far into the future. Just see all of the damage and say, gee, what a, yeah, how bad for the environment, because it's so visual, and at the same time, of course, we do not see directly the human casualties, which is actually to a certain extent also a good thing, right? Because these things are not shown. Yeah, all of the actual human pain and suffering, the direct, is not shown. Yeah, which is a good thing. Yeah, but then on the other hand, because we don't see that, what remains sometimes are the strong visual impressions of the actual damage. Yeah, so I'm kind of, yeah, as you can see, a little bit uncertain myself a little bit here, and I want to give you right now an analogy, a slightly less, how do you say, dramatic example. Sometimes, as a biology teacher, when I, with my students, collect insects for identification in the biology lab, we have to kill the insects. Some students are saying, well, it's ethically a problem to kill those insects. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Yeah, you do that by adding a certain a chemical to the insects, and then basically they die, and then you can put them under the microscope. And I tell the students, you should not be worried about that, right? Those insects essentially, yeah, should not be put on the same level as, let's say, mammals. Yeah, which might even have a consciousness, you know. So I said, don't worry about that. Invest your ethical energy. We're back to the same term. Invest your ethical energy into the things that actually matter. You know, the environmental damage, yeah, human poverty, yeah, but whatever. You know, there are plenty of issues that actually are worth treating more than a couple of insects that we put under the microscope, right? So I tell my students, worry about the things that actually matter. Yeah, and now I'm asking, well, what are the things that actually matter? Where do we draw the line here? Yeah, and then again, I reflect and I say, well, actually, I'm happy that at least the students worry also about insects. You know, yeah, so they do. It does show that there is some kind of an ethical awareness here as well. You see, I'm going back and forth. As always, for me, yeah, it will still take a little bit of time until I sorted this out. Would like to hear your view. There's a comment section below. Have a nice day. All the best.